Hello, welcome to an AVC video. In this video we are going to be talking about the military macaw. I don't know much about these birds myself. Carl here knows an awful lot more than I do. So I'll ask Carl a couple of questions. He's going to give us some information about the birds. We're going to begin with the general description, what the birds look like, the difference between the subspecies. So yeah, I'll hand it over to Carl.
Thank you, Sam. The military macaw, Ara militaris militaris, generally green macaw, and they have that nice red fluffy, almost fluffy feathers
on the brow.
On the brow.
On the brow of the bird, yeah.
Yeah, really nice. But of course they are feathers, not hair or anything else. Okay. But it's like a different texture.
Different texture to the feathers, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are green. The wings are bright, like blue, like the sky. The sky is blue.
Like a sky blue, yeah.
Yeah. The primary wing feathers and the secondary wing feathers. Also, the tail and the rump, same blue.
Okay.
With on the tail an intense dark red line of mid feathers.
Okay, and how big are the birds?
They are around 55 to 60 centimeters.
55, 60 centimeters, so that is around 22 to 24 inches.
Yes.
Okay. What subspecies do we have?
We have two subspecies. The Ara militaris mexicanus. He's slightly bigger than the militaris. And the green is more olive, like a bit darker green.
Yeah, like a goldeny, olivey green sort of thing.
Yes. And the mexicanus is bigger. It's around 5 to 10 centimeters bigger.
So we're looking at around 65 to 70 centimeters, so 26 to 28 inches.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
The other subspecies is the Bolivianus, Ara militaris bolivianus.
Okay.
And they are the smallest of the three, about 50 to 55 centimeters. And they have an odd brownish throat.
Okay, so the throat colour has like a brownish colour to it.
Yes, that's right.
So they're around 50, 55 centimetres, that's around 20 to 22 inches.
Yes.
Okay. And I heard something about when the birds get excited, something changes, the colour of the face changes?
That's right. They have that white skin from the beak around the eye, also detailed with fine, thin lines of black feathers. Okay. And when they get excited or winded up or something, it turns pinkish.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So, are there any other species which look similar, or other species that might be mistaken for the military macaw?
There are some. We have the Ara ambigua, the greater military macaw, and they almost look the same, but much bigger. Okay. They are the size of a green wing macaw. And there is the red-fronted macaw, Ara rubrogenis, also darker green macaw. Is a bit smaller than the military macaw, and but he has the same details, the red on the head, and people could mistake.
Okay. So the military macaw, whereabouts can we find these birds in the wild? What's their natural range?
Well, they are located in South America, up to Mid-America.
Yeah.
Is that correct, Sam?
Yeah.
Mid-America?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. So we have the three species. The militaris is located in Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru. But the range is very fragmented.
Yeah.
So they have to move a lot. It's not like one big patch of military.
Yeah, so smaller areas patched around to complete the range.
The Mexicanus is, like his name says, located in Mexico, and the Bolivianus from East Peru to Bolivia.
Okay. Yeah. And there's also a small area in Argentina.
A small area, that's correct, Sam.
Okay.
A small area.
And what sort of habitat do they like?
Where
do they like
forests, up to heights of 2,500 meter above sea level, but they avoid coastal areas.
They avoid coastal areas. Is there any
Yes.
specific reason for that, or just a preference by the species?
I think they more like the forests and
Probably for a higher food source, maybe.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And so because their natural ranges are more fragmented, so they move around a lot more. They're
Yeah,
quite a mobile bird.
And also the militaris and the bolivianus, their range touches each other. From the mexicanus, it's totally different. It's completely away.
Okay, so the two subspecies are basically almost sharing the same area.
Yeah,
same habitat.
where they touch, there can be mixes between the two subspecies.
Okay, Carl, can you tell us a bit about the status of the birds?
Well, they are threatened, Sam. You need CITES documents.
Okay.
Make sure you have everything, even for a pet bird. If you don't breed, you have a pet bird at home. It's a military macaw. You need the right paper.
Okay, interesting.
Very important, or your birds can be seized from you. And IUCN, the red list, status is vulnerable.
Okay.
Vulnerable,
yeah. Okay. No, that's fine. Okay, so you need paperwork. So even for keeping a pet bird, obviously for moving birds, exporting, importing, but even for keeping just a single bird at home, you would need documents for them.
Absolutely, and their numbers are between 2,000 and 7,000 mature birds, and it's decreasing. So habitat loss.
Okay, so that's 2,000 to 7,000 mature birds. That's across all the subspecies as well.
Yes, all across the
decreasing.
Yeah.
Okay. So breeding military macaws.
Yes.
Tell us about it. How is it easy? How can we go about it?
Well, easy. It's still a bird. You can do. You don't do what you want, but of course the pairs choose their mate. That's the best way. But sometimes we put a male and a female together. It doesn't fit.
Yeah, it may not be compatible.
Yeah, it happens. But
generally, there's in captivity, there's a lot of success breeding them.
Not they are not the most difficult macaw to breed. No.
And is there a lot of people breeding military macaws?
It's a popular species in the Macaw aviculture.
Okay.
I can say,
And what sort of nest box do they like? What sort of nest box would you use, for example?
Horizontal, vertical,
or diagonal?
Diagonal. It's if you can have multiple choices for your birds, it's better. They choose what
Let
they
them
want.
pick what they feel more comfortably. Interesting.
But you need the space for that. Okay. Of course.
And what about bedding? Nesting material? Do you give anything specific, or will they just use
soft
wood chippings or something?
Wood chippings, yeah.
Okay, interesting. And at what age would they normally begin breeding?
Well, there are cases from 4 years, but that's very soon. That's very soon. I would say 6-7 years is a good age.
Okay. Yeah. So they may reach sexual maturity a little earlier, but they probably won't be successful until several years later.
Most of the time when they come to breed very early, the eggs are not fertile or so.
Okay. And how many eggs would you normally expect from a pair of military macaws?
A normal clutch is 2 to 3 eggs. 4 eggs happens also, but 2 to 3 is normal.
And they would raise all the young? They don't have
normally
any problems?
they do.
Okay.
Normally they do.
Okay, interesting.
It's not that they only raise one chick or so.
And is there any other specific requirements for breeding military macaws compared to other species, for example?
To other macaw species? No. They need a good fat diet, a healthy diet, but...
we could talk about the diet in a minute.
Yeah.
And how long is the incubation period for the eggs?
27 days, 28 days.
27 to 28 days.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's relatively straightforward. Success rate is normally quite good with the species.
Yeah.
And it sounds like the most important thing is getting the correct age when they're ready to breed.
Good age and
when they want to breed, not when you want them to breed.
Most of the birds breed between February, March
Okay,
to September.
Okay.
That's yeah.
So they maybe prefer not too cold but not too warm temperatures.
It happens. You can breed macaws. You can have a pair that breeds in the winter.
In the middle of the winter?
Yeah, it happens.
Or the height of the summer as well, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to leave. Best is to leave the nest box with.
But you would also change the diet for breeding birds.
Yes.
But we'll get onto that
Yes.
in a moment when we talk about feeding them in general. Okay. And what sort of cages or aviaries or flight cages would you recommend for breeding the birds?
Well, macaws are pretty big birds, Sam, and I would say the bigger the better. We have military macaws, and we house them in 8 meters long walking aviaries.
Walking 8 meters long, okay.
Yes, 8 meters long, 2 meters wide, 2.5 meters high.
Okay, so that's quite spacious. And you'd only ever keep one pair per aviary?
One pair per aviary, yeah.
Okay.
If you keep young birds, very young birds, you can keep them together, but once they mature, you have to set the pairs apart.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I noticed in some countries they use suspended aviaries, so
Yes.
the aviaries will be suspended off the floor. What's
Yes.
the reason for that?
Those aviaries are popular in America and in Australia, I think.
Okay, yeah.
South Africa also. In Europe, most are walking aviaries.
Okay.
And the reason could be hygiene, feces and food.
Yeah, and also maybe higher temperatures there, so there's more chance of hygiene problems, I suppose.
Birds can go to the ground and eat something that's not fresh.
Something that's maybe gone off or something.
So,
and I suppose it also protects them from maybe snakes or other
rodents,
predators that might be there that we don't have in Europe.
Of course.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And so for the walking aviaries, is there any specific substrate you would use on the bottom? What do you use?
We use sand.
Sand? Okay. Just normal standard sand?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you build an aviary for macaws, for any macaw, not only militaries, you have to build them very strong. Yeah. Because that bill can destroy.
It's a strong beak they have.
It's a very strong beak.
And they're
be prepared.
They like to destroy things, I think. So it has to be built to last. Yeah.
Be prepared to replace some branches.
Yeah. Because they will go straight through them.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, as big of an aviary as possible for breeding in, bigger the better.
Yeah.
I would imagine each individual bird is more unique. Some are probably more active than others. Some will probably utilise the space a lot more.
Yeah.
But in general, I suppose with most birds it's the same. Give them as much space as you can possibly give them.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of macaws, seeing them fly.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Feeding military macaws. First of all, what would the birds eat in the wild?
Yeah, for feeding the macaws in captivity, you have to understand how they feed in the wild.
Yeah, that's important.
Mainly, they live from nuts, seeds, fruits, berries.
Okay.
Yeah, they often take fruit, bite it open, but throw out the flesh.
Yeah.
To go after the fresh seeds.
Okay.
Inside the fruit.
Okay, interesting.
But the main thing is nuts.
Nuts.
And they need a fat diet.
Okay, so nuts with a high fat content is probably a staple part of their diet in the wild.
Yes.
Okay.
Palm nuts are the main.
Okay.
The main ingredient for the diet. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. And so, how would you convert that to what you feed the birds in captivity? Because I'd imagine birds in captivity probably fly a lot less than birds in the wild, for example.
Yes, they do.
There has to be obviously some sort of change in the diet. So what would you feed them? Let's go through it.
Well, they still need a pretty fat diet.
Yeah.
They don't fly as often as in the wild.
Yeah, but still a high fat content in the diet.
Yeah, okay. A high energy content. And we use our Macaw complex for this.
Yeah.
This is the amount of seed our pair gets.
Okay.
It's like 2 handsful.
Okay, so this is for one pair of birds.
This is for one pair, yeah.
So we're looking here. Yeah, there's probably 3 good handfuls there, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And what we got in here, we've got mainly some sunflower seeds.
Yes, mainly sunflower seeds,
Yeah.
pumpkin seeds, cedar nuts, hemp seeds. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the seed mix you'll give.
Yeah.
And now, so it's roughly 3 handfuls, and you'll give that probably every single day.
Yes.
And what's this thing here? Let's talk
This
about
thing
this.
is how we feed our macaws.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a cassette.
Okay.
You pull it out.
And then the food dish goes in here.
Goes in. And you can put it in, and they can't throw out.
So that stops them tipping over the bowl then.
This is the inside of the aviary.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay, so you pull it out like that,
Out.
the change, put it back in, and that stops them tossing the dish.
Yes.
That's handy, because they're a curious bird, I suppose, and they
Curious,
like to
and the strong beak.
destroy things, throw things around.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
So, this is the seed mix that you feed them.
Yes.
And what else do you give with the seed mix?
Well, for our pair of macaws, military macaws, this is the 6mm nut flavored maintenance pellet.
Maintenance bits, okay, yeah.
So with these seeds, we do a good hand of pellets outside, mix it.
So you mix the pellets with the seeds?
Yeah, yeah. That's a dry mixture.
Dry mixture, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we're looking at roughly 3 handfuls of the seed mixture, and you put roughly 1 handful of pellets. So about a 3-to-1 ratio, and you mix it together like this. And these are the 6mm AV seed pellets, large pellets, nut flavour.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we give them a second
dish
with some chopped fruits.
Chopped fruits and vegetables and things like that now. So what we got in there then? We've got let's have a look. We've got some carrots,
apple,
some apples,
pear,
some pear,
and bell pepper.
Bell peppers, paprika. Red bell peppers or something like that. Okay, is there any other fruit or vegetables you would give to the birds? Anything specific?
You can actually give anything.
Anything, okay.
But no avocados.
No avocados, of course.
No.
Okay, and with the apple, you remove obviously the seeds from the middle.
Yeah.
And the pear?
Wash your fruit, and the pear also, the seeds.
Take it away. Take the inside bit away, basically. Okay.
Yes.
And you cut it into pieces. Do you find there's any specific fruit or vegetable that they prefer, or they generally
Most
eat anything?
macaws like banana.
They like banana. Okay.
Yeah. And we give more banana. We increase the banana content in breeding season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Any specific reason why you increase the banana during the breeding season?
Banana is more stronger. It's a bit fat fruit.
Yeah.
It's not fat, but
yeah, I know what you mean. It's going to basically provide the nutrients for better breeding results, I suppose. Okay.
Yeah.
And you'll give this fruit and vegetables, a variety of fruit and vegetables every day.
Every single day.
What else
like
have we
to mix up 3, 4, 5 different.
To give them a good variety. Okay.
Tomorrow it can be cauliflower.
Yeah.
You name it.
And do you ever cook any of them?
No.
Everything's fed raw, just
raw.
Cleaned and raw. Okay.
Yeah.
What else have we got?
We have some soft food.
Okay. And this is one of our new products, which is not released yet. We're still currently working on it. No. This is one of the prototypes, so to speak.
Yes, that's testing phase.
In the testing phase, and this is the specifically for larger parrots.
Yeah, that's for parrots. We have some insects in there.
Lots of larger insects in there. Lots of big pieces for them to bite down on. Are there any nuts in here?
No nuts.
Okay.
No.
And it's very, very sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet smell to it.
And
how would you feed this to the birds then?
You take a spoon.
Yeah.
On the fruit.
On top of the fruit. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll hold that up there.
Give it a quick stir.
Just mix it around a little bit.
Yeah. So everything sticks on the fruit.
Okay.
That's it.
The camera can pick that up, but so you put basically 1 spoon to a bowl like that.
Yeah.
Mix it all together. The birds. Do you ever offer it separately, or do you only ever mix it with fruits normally?
We mostly mix it with fruits.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that comes up like that.
And then we have the.
We will give more information soon about the new soft food range from AV Seed. But so stay tuned on social media, and I'm sure you'll hear more about that in the future.
Definitely.
Okay, what else do we give?
Nuts.
Nuts, okay.
Yeah.
Any specific nuts?
Walnuts. They prefer walnuts.
They prefer walnuts, okay.
Yeah. I don't like to use peanuts.
Okay.
There are also no peanuts in the seed mixture.
Okay.
But other nuts, macadamia nuts.
Okay, yeah. And these are, I'll get this in here.
These are peeled walnuts.
These are peeled walnuts, yeah.
Yeah, and they are in half.
Yeah.
Half a walnut.
Okay.
We give 4 pieces, 2 there in the seed and 2 in the fruit.
Okay, so they
for
basically
every day.
end up with a couple in the seed mix and a couple in the fruit and in the soft food mix.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, for breeding, we change a few things.
What would you change for the breeding then?
We decrease the seeds.
Yeah.
Add more nuts.
And the pellets as well?
No, the pellets we change to the breeding formula.
So you go to the breeding formula of the pellets.
More protein.
Higher in protein,
Yeah. And we increase in nuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much would you decrease the seed mix by during the breeding period? So if say there's 3 handfuls now, what would you normally give to a breeding pair?
2.5.
2.5. So it's only a small reduction of maybe half a handful less.
No, 2.5.
Oh, 2.5. Okay, so half. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're going to give around 1 to 1.5 handfuls of seeds.
But
and do you increase the pellets then, or
no? The pellets stay the same.
Okay.
But the nuts increase.
Yeah. So you'll give around 1.5 handfuls of the seed mixture, a handful of the pellets, and how many nuts would you increase it to?
Definitely double that.
Double that. So you probably give them.
Now they get 4 half nuts.
Yeah, 4 half
and
nuts.
we increase to 10, 12 half nuts.
So you really increase it. And do you give any? Do you do any changes to the soft food and the fruit mix during the breeding period?
We add sprout seeds.
Sprout seeds. Okay.
Yeah, for parrots.
Okay. And you give them the sprout seeds every day.
In breeding season, we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And with sprout seeds, would you give that outside of the breeding season?
Once a week.
Once a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you mix then the sprout seeds with the fruits and the vegetables and the soft food?
Yeah. All together.
Okay. Interesting. Is there any other specific dietary requirements for these birds?
No, not really. But you have to understand that macaws are energy.
They need probably a lot of protein and specific fats to maintain their high energy levels. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. And obviously, of course, fresh drinking water every day. Do you offer them bath water?
If they are in an outside aviary, they love the rain.
Okay, they love the rain.
Yeah, but bath water is you need a big scale.
Yeah, for a big bird.
Yeah, for a big bird. So that's a bit difficult.
But they love to get in the rain when they're outdoors.
If you can give them a shower, most of them love it.
Okay, nice. So you could maybe mist them with a bottle or something.
Possible.
Okay, interesting.
We do this very regular.
So it's a nice varied diet. So I think the key here with this diet is a good variation. A lot of fresh fruits, a lot of fresh vegetables, nuts, good seed mixture, and some pellets.
Yeah.
And then you get healthy birds who breed well.
Let's hope.
Okay, so that's a lot of good information about the military macaw. I'm sure people are going to learn a lot from it. I have a question now. What is out of the nominate species and the subspecies, which one is most popular in captivity?
Well, in Europe, I think the most common is the militaris, the nominate.
Okay, yeah.
You can find also Bolivianus, and I think the Mexicanus is the rarest.
It's probably the rarest, yeah.
Yeah. But there are around.
Okay, well, that's great. Some great information for people there. I'm sure people have definitely learnt a lot. If you have any more questions about the military macaws, you can feel free to get in touch with us. You can contact us via our website, www.avc.com. And you can also contact us through our social media. We're on Facebook, and that is facebook.com/AVC Birdfood. Drop a message or send a private message if you have any questions regarding the species, and we'll try and get back to you. Alternatively, you can also comment down below in the comments, and we'll get back to you about that. So, Carl, thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us on the birds.
My pleasure. I hope everyone enjoyed.
Okay, thank you.
Take care.